Hey, hello, you're stuck in traffic with Wolf Garlic. A few minutes riffing on IT and IT security. Today looking at PHP shells, right? So, the dark web, the deep dark web, got owned. There's a hosting company called DeepHost, and it got owned recently because attackers uploaded a malicious PHP shell, and then, because of shared hosting, there's 90 different websites on that same web server, on the deep dark web, and I love the buzzwords. And the attackers were then able to use that particular web shell to get at those 90 sites, and we all went, ha! Because they're bad guys and they were owned. And who doesn't like irony? But tip for you, beware the shared server and beware PHP shells. So PHP shells, of course, have been on the rise. What you basically do is you have this PHP file, right? PHP file, and you upload it to a web server using any number of things. Maybe there's a ability to upload files as part of CMS. Maybe there's a SQL injection flaw that allows you to upload some content. Maybe someone has, anonymous FTP open for God knows what reason, and you put the PHP file onto the web server. That's problem number one. Problem number two is PHP does, and why it's called shell, PHP does have shell commands, has the ability to execute shell commands, browse the file system, write to the file system, access different components, right? Everything that you'd expect in a web app, or hope that there wasn't in a web app. So what can you do to stop that from happening? Obviously you can correct people from uploading files, but if they do get it on, what can you do? Well, one is running the web server as a limited user, right? Please don't run your Apache as root and then have PHP files, because now you've got PHP shell running as root. Run as a limited user, right? Or multiple limited users if you're doing virtual hosting, such that any one user couldn't access anyone else's content. So that's one. Two, file level access controls. Again, isolating where that user can go. And then three, there are components within either Apache via mod security or within PHP itself that you can further restrict what can be done from any particular PHP file, looking for these types of shell commands and stopping them at the root, or at the source rather. Don't run as root, not at the root. So that's a sum of what you can do. So deep hosting got hit. We don't know how. Had they prevented file uploads, it probably wouldn't have happened. Had they had isolation for all the different sites, they probably wouldn't have been able to get any further. And had they had some mod security or some web application firewall or other intrusion detection, they would have caught and stopped that attack before it even got further. What's your favorite way of stopping PHP shells? Comments, social media, hit me up. Cheers.